Links to previous episodes are given in the video description, so don't forget to like, subscribe and share the video. An Innocent Heart. Episode 3. Chapter 29. Zane. Why were we attacked? Hope asks me while we're still in the bathtub. She is sitting behind me and I can't concentrate. She keeps rubbing my shoulders and playing with my hair. I don't know why she does that, but I love it. Hunter is so calm and peaceful right now, I can hear him almost purring. He's smitten by her. I can't blame him, I love her so much I would give my life for this girl. I don't know why yet, but I'll find out soon enough. We captured a few rogues before they could flee. Matt, Kyle, and Alex are in the dungeon welcoming them right now, and tomorrow I'll go down and interrogate them, my way. She stays quiet for a few minutes. Zane, I love you, she says, and my heart swells. I know I told you, you're mine. I get out of the bathtub first and wrap a towel around my waist, then help my baby out. She takes my hands, looks up at me with those enchanting green eyes, then she stands up dripping wet. She tries to cover up from me. I smile at how she's still shy around me. She tries to hide her delicious body from my prying eyes, even though I've had my head between her legs so many times now. She's dripping in water and suds and my mouth waters watching her. She wraps a towel around her body and walks out of the bathroom and into my bedroom, my eyes glued to her. I walk out after her and lay down on the bed, still watching her. This is the first time she sleeps in my bed all night. Tonight is going to be my ultimate test and torture. I hope she has more willpower than I do. I keep watching her every move like I'm in a trance. She's just so naturally cute. She walks into my closet and comes out wearing one of my T-dot shirts. She stands in front of the mirror and lets her hair fall down, shaking her head slowly from side to side. I can't look away from her, it's like she's in slow motion. Baby, come here. She walks over to me slowly, clueless of what she is doing to me. I move over and tap the bed for her to get in. She climbs in and cuddles right up to me. You're so perfect, Hope. She tilts her head up and I'm lost in her eyes again. I couldn't look away. I can look at her eyes for hours. This night is going to be torture, I admit. She smiles. Why is that? She knows well what I mean. I take her small hand and put it on my raging boner. This is why. She gasped and tried to hide her face in my chest. I grabbed her chin and tilted her face back up so she can look right into my eyes. I cupped her cheek and smashed my lips onto hers, pushing my tongue into her sweet mouth. She tastes like heaven. I want to take my time with her, enjoying the delicious sounds she's making. She moans into my mouth and I kissed her, but it wasn't enough. I was hungry for more. I felt this animalistic need for her. She turned me into an animal and right now she is my prey. I pinned her under me and started sucking on her neck. I had this primal urge to mark her, to bite into her neck and hear her scream in pleasure. Zane, slow down, I hear her say. Tell me, baby, who will only ever make you feel like this? I growled possessively. I have to hear her say it. You, she obliges. Say my name, I want to hear you scream my name. She gasped out my name. I have her right where I want her. I can't stop. I don't want to stop. So I moved my fingers out of her and brought them up to my mouth. You taste so sweet, baby. I need more of her. I grab her hair. She closes her eyes. Open your eyes. She does what she's told and looks up at me with those mesmerizing eyes. She stops blowing me. Are you okay? I ask her. She looks up at me and kisses me softly. Just then I get a mind link from Matt. At the same time Alex calls. Zane, you need to come down to the dungeons now. Matt mind links me. Both Matt and Alex wouldn't bother me if it wasn't serious. What is it? Hope asks me sleepily. I run my fingers through her hair and kiss her shoulder. I don't know, but I have to see what's going on. Get some sleep, baby, I won't be long. I give her another quick kiss before I leave the bed, get dressed and make my way down to the dungeon. Alex meets me outside. What is it? One of the rogues said something you're not going to like. I walk past him and he follows me down the narrow stairs to where the foul-smelling Rouge prisoners are being held. The guards move out of my way and bow as I walk past them. I pass by 2 dead rogue bodies on the cold floor. The rogue that has survived Alex and my brother's vengeance cowers when he sees me. Kyle kicks him in the head. Tell him what you told us. He sneers. The rogue doesn't answer. Tell him why you attacked our pack. Kyle barks as he also takes out his anger on the filth. I can't, our leader will kill me, he cries out. What do you think he'll do to you if you don't tell him? Alex asks and points to me. I can smell the coward's fear. You have something we want? The rogue says, looking at me while baring his yellow teeth. What is it? I ask calmly as I fold my arms across my chest. A girl, the rogue answers me, and my blood goes cold. Alpha, they admitted to be secretly working for another pack, but he has not given us the name of the pack, yet. Alex says, and all I see is red. Tell him what girl? Matt intervenes, yanking the rogue's head back roughly. He pauses for a second. Your mate. What did you say? Why do you want my mate? I bellow out in fury. Alex grabs me away from the slime. If you kill him now, we won't know who he is working for. The rogue coughs, trying to breathe again. I don't want your mate, the Alpha does. He ordered the attack on your pack. He keeps coughing. What Alpha? I pick him up and slam his head against the wall. I'll murder anyone who tries to take her away from me. I roar out in anger and pain. I don't know his name or his pack, our leader never told us. Alex picks the creature up and throws him down again. What's your leader's name? I question aggressively. The miserable whimpers and says Cain. My father walks in. Has he confessed why they attacked us? Alex tells him everything. Why does an Alpha want her? She is the future Luna of this pack. Dad asks him. She is mated to my son, the future Alpha of this pack. The rogue sneers and looks at me. As far as we know, she hasn't been marked or mated. How does this know that? How do you know her? How do you know anything about her? My voice echoes and bounces off the walls in waves of anger. Please spare my life, he whimpers in fear. I still need him alive for now. I turn away from him and we head towards the exit. Lock him up in one of the cells, don't kill him, yet. I say to the guards as we all walk out. I'm going to find this Cain and find out the name of the Alpha he works. I say. We need to strengthen security at our borders day and night, 24 hours a day. My father says. I'm on it, Matt says and walks away. We have a snake in our pack. Kyle says. Not necessarily, it could have been anyone from her school. Alex says. I want the names of all the wolves that are registered at her school and the names of their packs tomorrow. Okay, Alex says. Brian isn't going to take this well, he's going to be very worried about her, my father says. I have this sudden urge to get to her side and protect her, hold her. I start walking through the entrance of the pack house and take the stairs 2 steps at a time. The need to see her is growing fast. I open my bedroom door and she's not in there. Hope I call out for her and storm to the bathroom, but she's not there either. Hope I call again, louder this time, as I quickly make my way through the hallway and down the stairs. My heart is beating so fast I can hardly breathe. Zane, relax, she's in the kitchen getting some water, I was just there. Kyle says as he walks up the stairs to his bedroom. I rush down and find her sitting at the kitchen table eating a muffin with a bottle of water in front of her. I immediately feel my body relax, pick her up and hold her tight against my chest. Don't ever do that again. She looks at me confused. Do what? I don't answer her question, but my heartbeat has slowed down. Come on, let's go to bed. I pick up her water bottle and get one for myself with a couple of muffins and lead her to my room. What's wrong? She asks me. Nothing, I just couldn't find you when I came back. I just came down for some water. She smiles up at me. I lean down, kiss her, then pick her up and walk to my room. I start to undress. I can't take my eyes off her as she takes off her jeans and climbs into bed. I keep thinking about what the rogue said. I cannot risk losing her. I get in bed with her, pull her towards me, and she cuddles into my arms. I'm never letting you go, Hope. I hope you don't. There's no place I'd rather be. I keep running my fingers through her hair until she falls asleep in my arms. Zane. I couldn't sleep all night. My body was relaxed with Hope by my side, but my mind kept going back to what the rogue confessed. I held her tight in my arms all night as she slept. Anyone who dares threaten her safety is a dead man. Anyone who tries and take her away from me will suffer gravely. Who is the alpha that wants her and why? I couldn't come up with the answers. I have to find Kane and make him talk. I hate the thought of leaving her when she's in danger, but the sooner I find this Kane, the sooner I can tear apart the alpha that put him up to this attack in an attempt to take her away from me. I'm going to increase security at her school. I know she's not going to like it, but she will have to just accept it, or she can stay home and I'll have someone homeschool her until she graduates. I am also going to increase security around pack borders and inside our pack territory. Hope stirs in my arms and I bring my head down to her neck and place soft kisses on her soft warm skin, leaving goosebumps in my wake. She shudders, cuddling into me. I brought my head down and nuzzled into her neck. I closed my eyes, drowning in her scent as sleep finally took over me. Hope. I woke up feeling well rested. I hate missing school again, but there's no way any of us could go to school today after the attack last night. I wanted to go check on Dad, so I tried to get out of bed, but Zane's grip tightened. He lifted his hand to the base of my neck to keep me where he needed me, next to him. I remembered how terrified he looked when he was looking for me last night. Zane is never scared of anything or anyone. Something is going on. I closed my eyes and tried to think of something else. I felt his hand relax, probably as a result of him falling deeper asleep. Tomorrow is the twins' welcome party and the next day is Zane's birthday. I have to find a way to go to the mall without him knowing so I can pick up his gift. I also want to stop by a lingerie store. Right now I don't want to wake him, he looks so peaceful. It's been 3 hours and Zane's still snoring softly. I was finally able to move his hand a little. I tried inching away slowly and got halfway across the bed, but he growled and pulled me back into his chest. Zane, I need to get up. I have to use the bathroom and I want to go see my dad. You don't have to get up, I'll come back later. He doesn't open his eyes, go to the bathroom and come right back. I mean it. Geez, I wish I could punch him sometimes. I get out of bed and make my way to the bathroom. Zane's bathroom is very fancy, from the sleek stone floor to the granite countertops with his and her sinks. His drop-in bathtub is even bigger than mine. Zane likes elegance, everything he owns is luxurious. I take a look in the mirror and cringe, my hair looks like a bird has taken up property in it. I comb my fingers through it, wash up and start looking around the cabinets for an extra toothbrush. After I finish up I walk back out and Zane's still asleep. So I get dressed real quick and sneak out. The pack house is pretty calm considering teenagers aren't at school. I walk into the private living room where Luna and the Alpha are seated. "Good morning dear," Luna greets me and I give them each a quick hug. "Did you sleep well?" Alpha asks me. "Yes, I did, thank you." He's looking at me carefully as he sips his coffee. I get the feeling something is not right. "Is everything okay?" "Yes, of course dear," Luna answers me. I smile at her. "I'm going to go home, change, then go see Dad." "Oh honey, your dad is on his way here, he was discharged early this morning." Wolves heal pretty fast, so I wasn't too worried about Dad. "Oh okay. Is Zane still asleep?" Alpha asks me as he gets up to walk out. "Yes he is." He kisses his mate, kisses me on the head and walks out. "Have you had breakfast?" Luna asks me. "No, I'll wait for Zane to wake up and we can have lunch together." I hear Dad's voice, so we both get up and walk to the foyer. "Princess," he calls out, opening his arms for me, and I run into them like I used to when I was little. Mom walks in behind them and I hug her too. "Brian, there's something I need to discuss with you," Alpha says. They both go into his office and close the door. Suddenly a loud growl echoes through the pack house. I roll my eyes to myself and stand at the bottom of the stairs with my hands folded across my chest. Everyone scatters away when they hear the chilling sound. A very angry Alpha appears at the top of the stairs in jeans only. I said, "Come right back," he growls and walks down. I stand my ground smiling at him. He pulls me by arm. "Do you like pissing me off?" I giggle. Maybe he looks angry, but I'm done letting him intimidate me. "Keep giving me attitude, all the more reason to punish you later." I wrap my arms around his neck slowly. "I can't wait." I whisper in his ear. His eyes turn dark. "In that case, come back up to the room." He bends down, cups my face and kisses me with so much passion my knees feel weak. Hope. After Zane finally agrees to shower alone, he gets dressed and we head downstairs to his office. "I have a lot of things I need to take care of today. I don't want you to leave the pack house." Is he for real? Why is he being like this now? I can't stay here all day. He cuts me off. "Hope, for once don't argue with me." He is so frustrating sometimes. "Zane, tomorrow is Mandy and Carrie's welcome party and the day after that is your birthday. I need to go to the mall." He sighs. "Okay fine, I'll take you to the mall in a couple of hours." He sits down at his desk and sits me down on his lap. "I don't mind going alone, you don't have to come." "Why do you want to go alone?" he asks, turning my face towards him. "You said you're busy today and I don't need a babysitter, Zane." I try to get off his lap but he pulls me down. Watch it. If I say I will take you, then I will take you. Just because you're my mate does not mean you can tell me what to do. He is making me so mad. I can and I will, he sneers, getting closer. You don't have a problem with me telling you what to do in bed. My mouth drops. There's a knock at the door. Yes, he calls out, glaring at me. Luna walks in. I try to get off his lap again, but he pulls me down again. She smiles. Your father wants to see you in his office. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. When she walks out, he points his finger at me and tells me to stay put, like I'm some pet, and he leaves his office, shutting the door behind him. As soon as he walks out, I leave the pack house and walk home. I feel like I haven't been here in so long. I miss my room. I quickly get undressed and take a long hot shower. After I get out, I put lotion all over my body and get dressed. I wear black leggings torn at the knees and a plain white V-neck T-shirt with white sneakers. I hear footsteps rushing up the stairs, so I open my bedroom door and almost bump into Zane's huge frame. Why do you insist on pissing me off? He screams at me, making me jump back. I told you to stay put. He storms towards me. You cannot keep me locked up in one place. I yell back. If you don't start doing what I say, I will lock you up. He's unbelievable. You're crazy. I can't do this right now. I start to walk away from him. He grabs me and turns me around to face him. Don't walk away from me. He sneers. Stop trying to control me. I'm not a child. He runs his hand through his hair. I'm not trying to control you. I'm trying to protect you, damn it. Protect me. I'm in our territory, in our pack, in my own home. What are you protecting me from? My voice comes out loud, but I can't help it. He's unbelievable. Someone is trying to take you away from your family, from me. His voice is full of fury as he howls out his last two words. What? What are you talking about? Who is trying to take me away from you? I ask, confused. Is this another side of his possessive nature? I mentally ask myself. Zane's phone rings at the same time mine does. What? He barks out. I feel sorry for the person on the other line. I take my phone and walk into my bathroom to get the hairdryer. Hey Dad, I answer calmly. Princess, is Zane with you? My father sounds a little bit panicked. Yes, he's here, but he was just leaving. Zane walks in behind me. Okay, come up here to the Alpha's office as soon as you can. I plug in my hairdryer, but don't turn it on yet. Zane is standing behind me, looking at me in the mirror. Okay, I'll be there in a few minutes. I turn around, leaning back on my counter. What's going on, Zane? What haven't you told me? I ask him. After the attack yesterday, one of the rogues we captured admitted that the reason they attacked us was to try and take you away. I feel small all of a sudden. He wraps his arms around me. Hope you don't have to worry, I'll never let anything happen to you, but I need you to just listen to me. I wrap my arms around his waist while my head is against his chest. Okay. I'm guessing that's why your father wants to see me. He nods and kisses my forehead. I'm so lucky to have him. I dry my hair while Zane makes a few calls. As we walk up to the pack house, I can't help but feel like someone is watching us. Emily walks over as soon as we enter the house. Hey big brother, she hugs Zane. Mom says you're going away again. She sounds sad. I look up at him, my heart sinking. You're going away? My voice breaks. He takes my hand. Emily, let's talk about this later. He kisses her forehead as she nods. Jason walks in from outside. He looks like he's been running. Hey, where have you been? I ask him smiling. He walks over Bose but keeps his distance. I feel like I haven't seen you in so long. I miss Jason and all my friends actually. I've been here. He looks at Emily. He answers me, but before I can get another word in, before Zane pulls me away, into his office and shuts the door. What was that? His voice rumbles through my body and I jump back a little but support myself against his door. What, Jason? My voice squeaks this time. Yes, Jason, he sneers. Not this again. He's my friend and he will always be my friend. We've talked about this before. You miss him? He just looks at me intently like he's having an inner battle with Hunter. Oh my goddess! I'm not doing this, I have other things to worry about. I turn to open the door, he pushes me against the door and moves my hair to the side. Watch your tone, this isn't over. I don't care that he's your friend, you're not supposed to miss anyone but me. He opens the door and walks out in front of me. I wish I could punch him sometimes. But to be honest, having him standing behind me like that made my insides quiver and melt. When we walk in, Alpha greets me like he always does, and so does everyone else. Dad, Luna, and Mom are in there too, along with Alex, Matt and Kyle. I walk in the spacious room and sit next to my father. This bothers Zane, but I don't care. I miss my dad. Hope, you're a strong and very bright young lady. I won't beat around the bush. Alpha starts. Zane already told you what the prisoner said. This is a big concern for us all. We have to do everything to keep you safe. This means that some things in your life are going to change. Hope. Did the rogue say why they want me? I ask, looking at the Alpha, then at Zane. He said he doesn't know. Zane answers, looking at me. He taps the spot next to him. I turn around and kiss Dad, then get up and sit where Zane wants me. I could tell he was bothered and needed me. As soon as I sit down, he wraps his arm around me, pulling me closer to him. Apparently the rogues are doing the dirty work for an unknown Alpha. Zane's dad says. Hope, do you know anyone who would want to hurt you at school maybe? Dad asks me this time. Zane puts his head down and runs his hand through his hair. No, I can't think of anyone. I say, and the room goes quiet. But this doesn't have to be about me. Maybe someone has something against Zane and is looking to hurt him. Zane looks at me with a serious expression. I wish I knew what he was thinking. Yes, of course, that too is an obvious possibility. Alpha says. Hurting you, Hope, or taking you away would hurt the whole pack. You're the future, Luna. So, yes, this could also be an attempt to hurt us. When I turn 18, won't my wolf sense if I'm in any kind of danger? I ask, looking at Dad, then at Zane. Your wolf will be able to communicate with you and also with your mate's wolf, but they don't always sense other people's intentions. But when you do turn 18 and become in touch with your wolf, you will become a lot stronger and a lot more capable of defending yourself. Regardless of how strong you are now, you will gain a lot more strength being a beta's daughter. I take a deep breath before looking at Zane. I'd like to speak to the rogue. Absolutely not. Zane says, as I expected. I don't argue with him for now but glare at him. Alex excuses himself because he has to go meet with the principal at my school, and Matt and Kyle leave also for training, I guess. Hope I'm sure your mate will be more than willing to fill you in on all the security measures we have decided upon at school and while you're out with friends or by yourself. I don't want you to be afraid, but I do want you to be very cautious of your surroundings and your friends." He looks down for a few seconds, then back at me. "The rogue has information that he probably got from your school, which means it isn't the safest place to be right now. However, I know you won't want to miss classes, therefore, I am sending more security guards over to be situated inside and outside the school grounds during school hours. We have also asked for cameras to be installed in all the hallways and in the classrooms." "What kind of information?" I asked, feeling like I'm going to be sick. "He knows that you haven't been marked or mated," Zane says. My cheeks flared up in all kinds of red. "I'm sure." Zane smiles like this is the most natural and normal thing and pulled me into him as I buried my face in his chest. Dad clears his throat in an attempt to get past this awkward moment. "Princess, I would feel so much better if you didn't leave the pack territory without your mate, and when you re-out with your friends I want a couple of warriors with you," my dad says. I nod my head okay. Mom remains quiet the whole time. I can tell she's panicked and on the verge of tears. It broke my heart to see her like that. Luna notices Mom's sad face and she tries to make her feel better. "Catherine, come, let's go make sure lunch is ready, and we still have to finish up the final details for tomorrow's welcome party for the twins." Luna says tomorrow's party is very much needed for this pack. Luna and Mom walk out, but not before they both give me a quick kiss on the head. Dad and Zane stand up at the same time. I quickly take Zane's hand. "Zane, I know how you must be feeling right now, but Hope is my whole world and I trust her safety will not be compromised. You don't have to worry, I'd give my life for her. I'm going to leave tonight to hunt down the leader of the rogue clan and wring his neck until he tells me who this alpha is." When I heard him say he was going to leave, I felt heartbroken. "No, please don't leave tonight. Tomorrow is your birthday." I felt like I was going to cry, but I couldn't help myself. "Baby, I have to end this whole situation fast before I lose my mind. Zane, we have the strongest, most well-trained warriors any pack has ever seen. You could send the warriors to find Kane and bring him here. Once he's here, you take care of finding out what we need to know." Alpha intervenes. "The rogue clan will surely weaken without a leader. They will most probably surrender as soon as he is apprehended. That will be the end of the foul rogue clan for a while at least," Dad says. Zane doesn't answer them right away. "I'll get the best trackers and warriors we have and let Alex know what he has to do." He looks at me, then back at them. "Excuse us, it's time for lunch." "Zane, we usually stop serving lunch at 3 o'clock so the Omegas have time to clean up and start dinner preparations. Breakfast runs from 7 to 11 and dinner from 6 all the way to 10 p.m. There are always all kinds of snacks and desserts available at any time. Before Hope, I hardly ever went in the kitchen. I would eat alone either in the private living room or in my office. My family almost always has dinner together in our private dining room, but I was rarely ever here to join them, so I'm trying to make up for that now by staying for dinners. Right now it's almost 3 and I know Hope hasn't eaten anything. We slept in pretty late, or at least I did, until I reached for her and she wasn't there. I take her hand and lead her into the kitchen, and it's still too crowded for my liking and most of her friends are here. I'd rather have her full attention. The table is full of all kinds of food. I'm so hungry, Hope says mostly to herself as we walk in. One of the girls squeals as she rushes over to her. She needs to eat, I warn her, and take out Hope's seat and start filling her plate with everything she likes, then fill my plate. I can fill my own plate, Hope says, eyeing me. Feisty little thing. I know you can fill your plate, I wanted to fill it for you, so eat. I want to take you to the mall, then come back and go pay our prisoner a visit. I want to go with you, she says while cutting her chicken. I already said no, she glares at me. She's been doing that a lot lately. After lunch I took Hope to the mall. She tried on dress after dress while I sat down enjoying the show. She looked great in each and every dress she tried on. My favorite one was a red dress. I wanted to take her in the dressing room and be with her, up against the mirror. I bought every dress she tried on for her without her knowing. Every time she tried one on and took it off to try another, I would pay for it, so I ended up buying them all for her. I wanted to surprise her once we left. On our way back home I kept my hand in hers. She felt so warm, but she was quiet. Are you okay, baby? I'm fine. I just don't want to go home and not be with you. Her whining voice made me as hard as a rock. I looked at her a bit shocked, then stopped the car on the side of the road and pulled her over to my lap. I love hearing you say that, I told her before claiming her lips. This girl is going to drive me mad. Zayn. I moved my car seat back to give us more room and turned her around so she was straddling my lap. I cupped her face and sucked on her bottom lip before sliding my tongue into her mouth. Her delicious warm tongue runs along mine as she starts grinding down on me. She rubs her hands up and down my chest, then moves them slowly around my neck and through my hair. I wish she could feel everything I can. The explosion of tingles everywhere she touched me. She was letting go of all her fears. She was feisty and in control, grinding against me, pushing herself past her limits. I want you, she whispered, her breathing erotic. She was ready for me. I wish we were in my bed. I moved back, cupped her face to look at her beautiful face when her eyes shot up over my head and suddenly she freezes. Zayn, there's someone behind the car watching us. Her voice comes out full of fear. She jumps off my lap and into her seat. I opened the door and immediately picked up a strange filthy scent. I got out and took a look around. Whatever or whoever was here had disappeared, but one thing was for sure, though, our passionate makeout was being watched, and that drove me insane. I don't want anyone but me to ever see her turned on. I wanted to shift right there and hunt down whoever it was down, but I couldn't leave Hope, so I got back in the car and drove off. Baby, what did you see exactly? I asked her calmly, trying not to alarm her. When I was on your lap I looked up for a second and there was someone there looking right at me. He didn't move until I got off your lap. I questioned as I clenched my jaw. My blood was beginning to boil at the thought of some disgusting maniac watching her, but I didn't want to scare her any more than she already was. Yes, it was a man. She kept turning back, looking out the back window every once in a while. I have a feeling we're being followed. I glanced at the rear view mirror. I was in a state of hypervigilance. Don't worry, baby, I won't let anyone hurt you ever. I took her small hand and held it tight as I rubbed my thumb up and down ever so lightly to calm her down. I dare anyone to follow me. If Hope wasn't with me I would have hunted the filthy scent down. We were about 30 minutes away from our territory. Hunter was on full alert the whole time. As I turned off the main road onto a dirt road, a small group of wolves came out of the woods and ran at both sides of the car. Hope jumped in her seat and gripped my hand tight. Who is that? Rogues, I answered and stepped on the gas. One big brown rogue on Hope's side sneered at her baring his teeth. I could have easily stopped the car and shifted, but I didn't want to put her in harm's way. I took my phone out and called Alex, and at same time I mind-linked Matt and told him to send out our best scouts to patrol the outskirts of our territory and to be ready for attack. Alex, meet me at the gates now, I'm almost there. What are you going to do? She asked me, leaning into me. I'm going to make sure you get home safe, then go have a look around, don't worry. I kissed her hand front and back as I closed my eyes and breathed in her mouth-watering scent. Do me a favor and don't wander off anywhere, just stay inside your house or the pack house until I get back. She answered with a nod of her head. 5 minutes before we reached our territory, the rogues turned around the opposite way and left. Cowards! If they think they've gotten away, they have something else coming to them. I'm going to catch them and force them to tell me what they want exactly. If I don't find out what's going on, I'll definitely lose what's left of my sanity. As soon as we entered our territory, I spotted Alex. I stopped the car and shifted as soon as my feet touched the ground. I mind-linked Alex to drive Hope home and make sure she was safe. I ran as fast as I could down the road after those. Soon I caught up quickly to both my brothers and what seemed like a huge wave of warrior wolves and trackers. What's going on? Kyle says to me through our mind link. They followed Hope and I. They have a death wish, Kyle says, speeding up. I want some of them left alive, I growled out in rage through the mind link as I charged as fast as I could. The warriors howled back in response. I could feel their fury and excitement as the adrenaline rolled off each and every one of them. Hope! Alex walked me inside my house, my heart beating so fast. I wish I could shift so I could go help him, I said to Alex. He chuckles a little. He doesn't need help, he'll be fine. You're safe now, all our borders are heavily guarded, just don't go anywhere or Zane will skin me alive. What's going on, Alex? Mom asked while taking me into her arms. Zane and Luna were followed by rogues, but our warriors and trackers are already on their trail. They will hunt them down and bring them back here. Excuse me ladies, I have to go. Hope! I turn around and see Mandy and her sister walking over. What happened, are you okay? Carrie asks. We were followed by rogues, but yeah, I'm fine. Carrie hugs me, then Mandy does the same. I'm sorry you have to go through all this, Hope, Mandy says. In a few short minutes all my friends were at my house. They were here to support me and I loved them for it, but all I could think about was Zane. Zane. We had been following the rogues for less than an hour and the trackers were still hot on their trail. At last I could see them. We have them, watch your backs from here on, I growled through the mind link. We quickly had them surrounded. They were a small group, not more than 35, standing together as the warriors formed a circle around them. I searched through them one by one, growling. Hunter is a huge wolf, being an alpha, and his pitch black color sent fear through their bones as I approached them slowly. I could smell their fear as I searched for the one that sneered at my baby, the big brown rogue. When I spotted him, he quickly crouched into attack position and leaped at me, baring his teeth, and as if on cue all the rogues attacked all at once and our warriors charged. I dodged him and whipped around, biting into his side like a savage. I could hear his bones breaking as I sunk my teeth deeper into him. Tasting his foul blood sent me into a rogue-killing frenzy. I tore out his throat and tossed him aside like roadkill. I tore through the rogues, taking down 2 or 3 at a time. I looked around for Kyle and Matt and was pleased to see we had the upper hand. As I was surveying our surroundings, one filthy rogue attacked me from behind. He was bigger than the rest, indicating some kind of leadership. He gripped and clawed at my neck, but I got out of his grip and went for the kill. He managed to get away from me, but only for a moment. I was too fast and too strong for him. I tackled him to the ground and fiercely bit at his neck, just enough to cripple him without killing him. His death would only end his suffering. I want him alive. By the time Alex arrived, we had 6 alive but brutally injured rogues left, and the rest were dead. We make our way back to our pack, dragging the rogues to our gates, where they were picked up and taken to the dungeon. I ran all the way to Hope's house, my heart thundering wildly, and shifted by my car. I put on a pair of shorts stacked away in my trunk as she opens the door and comes flying into my arms. I lift her up. She wraps her legs around my waist and locks her lips down on mine. She kisses me with so much need I lose my ability to master my emotions. This girl drives me insane with just a kiss. I break our kiss. Baby, if this is how you plan on welcoming me back from every fight, then I'll fight for you every day. She smiles shyly at me. Come on baby, don't be shy now. I was about to throw you into my car and give you what you want. She giggles. That's my favorite sound. Zane. I left Hope at her house and went straight to the dungeon. So now we have 7 of you. I crossed over and grabbed one by the neck. Are you going to talk? He was already bleeding. Tell me where I can find Kane, I growled before throwing him across the cell, then stomped over and picked up another one. Are you going to talk? Yes, he says, sounding petrified. I pushed him down into a chair and grabbed his head, ready to smash it into the table. Go ahead, I said as my father and Hope's father come down the stairs and stood beside me. Kane has moved the rogue clan by now. He is never in one place, says whimpering. Why were you following my son and his mate? Kane wants her, he said. She belongs to another alpha, he answered my father. What alpha is that? I asked slowly. Give me his name. I let out a low menacing growl. I don't know his name, I just know he is the alpha of the Blue Moon Pack and he wants her for his son. I let out a loud punishing growl as I smashed my fists into the table, breaking it in two. Zane. Hunter was furious. He wanted to come out and tear the rogues and this whole place down. My father was in shock. Hope's father was livid but kept control of himself. How could one of our own allies betray us like this? This meant war. We walked out of the dungeon and to my father's office, where Alex was already waiting for us. Tomorrow is the welcome party for your brother's mates. I don't want to alarm anyone or ruin this for your mother and brothers. I stood with my arms folded across my chest. After that we put together a plan and take him down. My father said. Yeah, the plan is I'm going to take some warriors, go over there, kill him and his son. I said through gritted teeth. My mother walked in. She could sense Dad's stress level going crazy, so she walked over to him and put her hand on his shoulder. He relaxed immediately. Honey, you didn't have dinner, I'm sure you're hungry. Mom said to me. I don't answer. I heard what happened, Mom said. Zane, honey, everything will be okay. Now we know who is after her and why. It's a step in the right direction. Isn't Alpha Edward's son too young for a mate? I don't remember seeing him in years. My father asked Mom and Brian. I don't care. She's mine and I'll kill anyone who tries to take her away from me. I look at their faces. Alpha Edward is a dead man. Alex, I want a detailed report about Edward, his mate, their children, everything. I said sternly. Absolutely, he answers me, then puts his hand on my shoulder. I stormed out of my father's office and up to my room, took a shower, got dressed and went down to my car. Her shopping bags were still there, so I took them and headed for her house. I needed to see her. Her mom opened the door. She looked a bit pale. I assumed Brian had already told her the news. My breath hitched as soon as I walked in the living room. My beautiful baby was fast asleep on the couch. She looked so warm. I walked over to her side and very gently brushed my hand over her heavenly face. She's so soft and silky. I love it. She had a book next to her. She must have fallen asleep while reading. I love how intellectual she is. Most teenagers aren't interested in reading, but not my baby. She is so smart. Hey Zane, what VE you got there? Her dad greets me. I look down at the bags. These are Hope's dresses. Have you had dinner? Catherine asks me. No, I haven't, I answer, still looking at my precious baby. I made her favorite meal, but she fell asleep without dinner. Her mom says, looking at her daughter. I'll take care of that, I say. I won't be able to sleep knowing she hasn't eaten. Okay, I'll heat everything up, she says as she walks out and into the kitchen. I crouched down beside my baby and ran my fingers through her hair, then down her neck. I smiled when little goosebumps appeared on her skin. This was her reaction to my touch and my touch alone. My body started to relax and Hunter's need to be by her side finally simmered down. This girl is everything to me. Zane, dinner is on the table. It's been a long day, so I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to take these up to her room on my way up. Good night. Her mom says softly as she picks up the bags. Hope is an exact copy of her mother. I don't know why, I just noticed that. Okay, good night, Catherine. She takes Hope's bags and leaves the room. I can still sense her worry. Brian is in the kitchen. He picked up a bunch of files and paperwork that he had in front of him, then walks over to me. Zane, I was just going through the files that Alex picked up from school. There are 3 other packs that go to the same school. The majority of the students are from the Blue Moon pack. I'm preparing a list with the names of the students who are seniors and another with the names who she shares classes with. He speaks in a low voice. Thank you, Brian. You should have asked Alex to take care of that, or someone from the administration. I wanted to do it myself, he said before he walked away. I can sense how worried he is for his daughter. I can't blame him, she's his everything. I took a deep breath when my heart started beating fast. I have to remind myself that he's her father. Baby, wake up, I kissed her lips. Her eyes slowly opened and she smiled at me. Hi, I said, and as she peeked at me, making me smile, and I picked her up bridal style, sat down on the couch and put her on my lap. She cuddled into my neck. When did you get here? She asked, her eyes beamed with love for me. A few minutes ago. Come on, let's go eat. Your mom made your favorite meal, I said as I stood up, still carrying her, and walked to the kitchen. I can walk on my own, she said as she wrapped her arms around my neck and kissed me, sending sparks throughout my body. I like carrying you around. I put her down at the table and started filling her plate with ribs, pasta salad, and corn on the cob. She stood up, my eyes following her every move, got a bottle of wine and poured each of us a glass. The food was delicious. I hadn't noticed how hungry I was until I started eating. Hope ate slowly. I knew what she was thinking. She wanted to know what happened tonight. We ate in comfortable silence. I kept stealing glances at her. Hunter was relaxed and calm in her presence. When we finished I helped her clear the table and load the dishwasher. What happened, Zane? Did you find out what's going on? She asked me. My jaw clenched as I remembered what the rogue said. Yes, I did, but I don't want to talk about it right now. She furrowed her eyes and glared at me like the cute little feisty thing she is. Please tell me, I deserve to know. Did he tell you where Kane is or the name of the Alpha? I took a deep breath, lead her over to the living room. I sat down and put her on my lap. The rogue doesn't know the name of the Alpha. I paused as I looked into her eyes. What did he say then? He said he doesn't know the name of the Alpha, but his pack is the Blue Moon Pack. She looked like she was in a state of shock at first, then she collected herself. So this is payback because you didn't choose Stephanie for your mate. She tensed in my lap and tried to get up. I tightened my grip around her, not allowing her to move away. I don't know if Stephanie is a part of this, but the rogue said Edward wants you as a mate for his son. You don't know if Stephanie is a part of this, she repeated my words and growled at me. I meant the rogue didn't mention her. Baby, please, I'm having a hard time as it is. Who is his son? What's his name? She asked. Hunter perked his ears up, growling in my head. I squeezed her thigh. I don't care who he is, and neither do you. She smiles at me. I don't know, maybe I should meet him first, she whines teasingly. I grab her chin. You wouldn't dare. I snap at her. She giggled, then turned around, straddled my lap and started kissing me. I pushed her back and wrapped my hand around her throat. Say you're mine forever, I sneered at her. I'm yours and only yours forever, she drew the words out slowly. You better believe it, I growled at her, pushed my hand behind her neck and brought her mouth to mine. I kissed her urgently and possessively, slipping my tongue past her lips and into her warm mouth, making her moan. Say my name. I yanked her head back and suck on her sweet spot. Zane. Let's go to my room. I thought you'd never ask. I stood up with her still wrapped around me. I squeezed her as I walked up the stairs to her room, locking the door. I hope you can keep quiet and not wake up your parents, I said as I threw her down on the bed and started taking off my clothes. She tried to crawl away giggling, but I grabbed her by her ankles and slid her over to the edge of the bed. I slipped her t-shirt off for her, while her eyes drank in my body. I loved how she gawked at what's already hers. I yanked her shorts and panties off at the same time. Open your legs for me, baby. She does what she told like a good girl and I go down between what's already mine. Try and keep it down. I loved when she did that. You like that, baby? I growled as I fought Hunter for control. He wanted to come out and claim her himself. Her voice broke out. Yes, she hissed and mumbled incoherently. You're all mine and soon I'm going to mark the inside and outside of your body. I grunted out. She smiled up at me sleepily. I picked her up and took her inside her bathroom. She stepped in the shower first, then I followed. We cleaned each other up, taking our sweet time. After our shower we laid in bed. I had her wrapped in my arms. I have a surprise for you, I said. What is it? She asked. I got out of bed and brought the bags over from her walk-in closet. She jumped up and down when she saw all the dresses I had purchased for her. You bought all 10 dresses? Yeah, I did. I loved them all on you. Which one are you wearing to the party tomorrow? I asked her. It's a surprise, she answered me. Hope. I groaned when I heard my alarm go off. I didn't want to get out of bed today. Zane feels so warm and his muscular arms wrapped around me are my haven. We were up late last night but thank goddess today is Friday. The twins' welcome party is today and tomorrow is Zane's birthday. I reached over to grab my phone from the nightstand but Zane pulled me closer to his chest. I tried again but he only held me tighter. If this keeps going on I'll be late for school. I turned to face him. He looked so handsome I blushed to myself remembering last night. I still can't believe how comfortable I am with him. My need for him is growing day by day. I'm sure it's the mate bond getting stronger since I turned 18 in less than 2 weeks, but I fell in love with him before feeling our bond. Now I can't imagine my life without him. Yes, he can be a little overprotective and possessive but I love him and wouldn't change a thing about him. I can't wait to mark him and let all the women know he's mine. I feel ready for us to mate. I don't know how he will fit in me being so big but it is something I'm ready for. There's no written law that prohibits us from mating right now, so why hasn't he tried for more? I didn't want to wake him up. He looked so peaceful. I lifted my hand slowly and ran my fingers over his eyebrows, then his jawline. Just looking at his muscular chest and his tattoos made me wet my panties. I want him. I wish I had more time but I don't. I have to get up and get ready. I kissed his lips softly before I turned around to get out of bed but he opened his eyes and pulled me on top of him. Where do you think you're going, baby? His voice raspy and husky. I could feel his erection against my leg. I have to get ready for school, I said as I tried to get up again. Oh no you don't. You have to finish what you started. He takes my hand and places it over his erection. Oh my goddess! I have no idea what you're talking about, I giggled as I tried to wiggle off him. You know exactly what I'm talking about. First I could smell your sweet arousal in my sleep making me hard, then you kissed me. That's no way to treat your alpha, is it? He growled at me and grabbed me. My alpha, hey? Well, I'm your Luna and if I want to kiss you I can. Yes you can, he said with so much love in his eyes I almost wanted to give myself to him right then. I will. I brought my head down a little and kissed him. Our kiss was feverish and full of love. I could feel his love through our kiss. He flipped me over so now I was under him while he hovered over me. He kissed my neck whispering his desires in my ear. Oh my goddess! Baby, is there anything I can do to convince you to skip school today? He looked at me. I moaned out in pleasure but I really needed to stop and get ready. I lifted his head up to me. Zane, I can't miss any more school, but I'll make it up to you very soon. My statement came out more of a question. He stopped his assault and looked at me with a devilish glint in his eyes. Okay, deal. I had a feeling he would make me make it up to him very soon. Both of us got dressed. I wore a denim skirt with a black bodysuit and black and white sneakers. Zane complained and threw a fit that the skirt was too short even though it wasn't, so he would calm down. I changed into another denim skirt with buttons down the front. This one was a bit longer. He still tried to get me to wear jeans but I wasn't going to let him boss me around and I was already late. I didn't bother with too much makeup this morning, only winged eyeliner and mascara. Of course Zane also complained that I don't need to wear makeup to school. Sometimes I wish I could punch him out. Zane drove me and Emily to school. He made sure to walk me inside. I noticed some of our warriors outside and inside the school. Is this necessary? I asked Zane, feeling a bit annoyed. It's very necessary. I can't risk anything happening to you, he said, taking my hand in his. You two are so cute, it's sickening, Emily said before she walked away to her first class. I have to go too, I said as I leaned up and kissed him real quick. I'll be here when you get out, he said and watched me walk away to my first class. Thank goddess classes flew by pretty fast and soon it was lunchtime. I walked out of class with Emily, Jason, and Derek and into the cafeteria. Derek was acting weird, he kept looking around like he was waiting for someone. What's with you today? Amy asked him. I don't know, I have a headache, my wolf is giving me a headache. He complained. Your wolf? A very familiar yet annoying voice said. I turned around and there was Gavin. Did you say your wolf is giving you a headache, man? He asked. How nosy. Derek glared at him. Mind your own business. Gavin ignored his remark and looked at me. Hey Hope. Hey, I cringed. Let's hang out sometime, guys, he said, speaking to all of us. There's a party at Cliff's tomorrow, you all should come. He looks at me. Thank you. I say. Let me know if you need a ride. He bends down to my ear and whispers, I think I know where you live. I looked at him a bit shocked. Jason shouts and grabs Gavin, punching him across the jaw. Gavin practically flew across the cafeteria, but he didn't stop. He got up and attacked Jason. Derek and Eric pulled Jason off Gavin before he killed him. They were both sent to see the principal. I knew Jason would be fine. But what had me worried was what Gavin said. After last period I walked out with April and Eric and head to my locker. What happened to Jason? He's off the hook. One of our warriors took mercy on him and explained everything to the principal. I think it helps having a werewolf as our principal or he would be suspended. April laughed out. Hey guys, Amy comes running over. Derek found his mate. She shrieks out. Oh wow, that's great. Who is she and where are they? I ask, looking around. I open my locker and find a small envelope that wasn't there this morning. I opened it and my blood frozen for a minute. The note read, you will be mine soon, Luna. I quickly put the note away when I saw Derek rushing over. Kara, this Hope, she's one of my best friends and future Luna of our pack. She bowed a little. Nice to meet you, Luna. Kara said. She's so pretty and I can tell she is someone I would get along with well. Please just Hope, call me Hope, I said. I knew Zane would be outside so I hurried out. I decided not to tell anyone about the letter, at least not tonight. I didn't want to dampen the mood on our welcome party. I walked outside and saw some senior girls, mostly cheerleaders, gawking at Zane. He wasn't paying them any attention. I saw his eyes light up when he saw me and I ran up to him as he took me in his arms. My haven. Derek walked over and introduced his mate to Zane. What pack are you from? Zane asked Kara. I'm from the Red Moon Blood Pack Alpha. Okay Kara, come to our pack tonight, we have a party, you are welcome to attend, then tomorrow we will make all the necessary arrangements with your pack. Just make sure to let your parents know. On our way back home I was quiet. Too quiet. What's wrong? Zane asked as he took my hand and kissed it. Nothing, I'm just tired, that's all. We didn't sleep much last night and I need to pick something up from the mall. Well, tonight I'll make sure you sleep early and I'll take you to the mall. No, I want to go alone, it's a surprise for you, for your birthday tomorrow. Baby, all I want is right here, he said as he pointed to me and my heart did flips. Oh, I think you'll like this surprise, I said to myself. After training I finally convinced Zane to let me go to the mall alone, well, alone with 3 female warriors and Alex. My trip was quick, I went in the lingerie store and 30 minutes later I was out. Of course I didn't let them come in with me and I didn't let them what store I was going to. When I got back I called the girls to come over so we could get ready for the party together. Hope. I was in my room waiting for the girls to come over so we could get ready for the party. I had a few hours to myself so I took a shower and dried my hair. I had already decided what dress I was going to wear. In the meantime I was determined to catch up on some assignments for next week. It was a little bit hard to focus when my mind kept going back to that awful note I found in my locker. It was definitely left by a werewolf, I thought to myself, because he called me Luna. Who could it be? I kept trying to connect the dots but I couldn't think of anyone. I took the note out of my bag and read it again and again. I was seated on my bed with my laptop in front of me when a knock made me jump. I quickly hid the note under my laptop before Dad came to see me, carrying 2 bowls. "Hey princess, I got your favorite ice cream," he said as he walked over and sat down next to me. "Yummy, thank you," I squealed like a little girl. I felt bad for keeping this from him. I didn't want to worry my parents more than they already were. If Zane found out he would probably force me into a homeschooling program. Of course I'm going to tell Zane after his birthday. Anyway, there are cameras in most of the hallways so I'm sure on Monday I'll know who's behind this mess. I could tell Dad was a bit down. "Dad, don't worry about me. The school looked like it was being raided today with our warriors today and the principal checked on me more than once. Nothing's going to happen," I said, trying to get him to relax. "Well, I'm glad to hear that. I just want you to be safe. You're my little pup," he said as he ate his ice cream. "I am safe. I can't go anywhere without Zane sending a clan of warriors with me," I said, trying to cheer him up. Someone knocked at the door and I knew who it was right away. My heart skipped a beat when Zane walked in. He looked so hot in shorts and a T-dot shirt. He almost always wore suits or jeans. His mellow look today was so alluring. "Am I interrupting something?" he asked as he stood by the door. "No, not at all," Dad said. I was already off the bed and in Zane's arms. "We were having Hope's favorite ice cream. I'll bring you some," Dad said as he greeted Zane. "No thank you, Brian, I'm going out for a run." "Okay, see you later. I have to go up to the pack house," Dad said before he kissed my forehead and walked out. "I missed you," I said as I hugged him tight. I could tell he was a bit tense. He hugged me back, but that was never enough for Zane. He cups my face and kisses me. I mean really kisses me hard. "You taste delicious." He pulled back for a few seconds, then picked me up and I wrapped my legs around him. He brought his hand to the nape of my neck and devoured my lips. I pulled away for air and ran my hands through his hair while he studied my face. "Is everything okay?" I perked an eyebrow at him. He cuddled into my neck. "Heaven," he murmured and stayed quiet for a few seconds longer. "Everything is fine now," he said in return. "How was school?" "Good," I said, looking away from his piercing eyes. He turned my face to look at him. "Are you okay?" His eyes locked on mine. "Yeah, I'm fine." "Okay, I was going out for a run in my wolf form. Do you want to come?" "Yes, I'd love to go. I miss Hunter." Zane. When Hope was at school I felt on edge the whole time. I kept thinking about what Hope said the other day. Was this all because I didn't make Stephanie my Luna? She saw Hope at the bonfire, so she knows I haven't marked her. She and her father will pay. I cannot wait to go over there and take them down. The only way I can relax is to go out for a run. I lead Hope out of her house. I missed you so much today, baby. I'm so happy I have you all to myself this weekend. She smiled at me. I missed you too. She jumps on my back and wraps her hands around my shoulders and legs around my waist. I walked carrying my baby to a nearby clearing in the woods and put her down. I placed a quick kiss on her lips, then took my clothes off and handed them to her before I shifted easily. I looked up at her. She started walking beside me and ran her hand through my fur. We walked and walked until we reached the place where she got lost when she was just a little girl. I don't know what she was doing out here with her friends. She got lost and I found her. She looked around the place mesmerized. I could tell she was recalling the same memory. I, on the other hand, couldn't keep my eyes off her. She is breathtaking. Her scent takes over me and I fight Hunter for control. He is dying to mate with her. I could smell her even better in my wolf form. She reached over for me and ran her hands through my fur. You're so gorgeous, Hunter, she said, looking into my eyes. She sat down on and I laid down beside her. Hunter was dying to come out for a run. Now he's reluctant to leave her side. We are still on out territory. I was sure she would be fine. Go ahead, run, I'll be okay, she said. I got up and licked her face and started to run fast through the woods, but I made sure I could still see her. I heard my favorite sound, her giggle as she wiped her face off. My paws sank in the dirt and grass as I ran and leaped through the crisp air and jumped over logs, all the while keeping an eye on my baby. I saw her get up and I ran towards her. I wanted to get her to climb on my back, but she couldn't hear me yet. So I bent down in front of her and with my head I gestured for her to get on my back. She caught on quickly. Do you want me to climb on your back? She asked. I nodded in agreement. She climbed on me, clothes still in her hand, and held on tight as I ran fast and jumped over a large fallen tree. She yelped, laughed, giggled, and I loved every minute of it. Soon, I ran towards the clearing. As soon as she climbed off me, I jumped on her and pinned her under me. Hunter was ecstatic. He licked her face again and again while she screamed and laughed, trying to get out of his grip. Let her go, I growled at him. Don't be such a dirty dog. He growled back even louder, that coming from the person who had his head between her legs yesterday. He finally let her up. Now I need to shower again. I shifted back to my human form. She handed me my clothes. I can help you in the shower, baby, I said as I put on my shorts. Hunter huffs. We walk back home again with Hope on my back and find Emily and her friends waiting for her at her doorstep. Hey ladies, I greeted as Hope jumped off my back. Here's your friend, I said and kissed Emily on her head. I take Hope aside. Don't go in the ballroom without me, we'll walk in together, I told her. She rolled her eyes. And don't roll your eyes. I grab her by the waist and kiss her. She pulls back from me. I have to go take a shower. I'll see you there. She winks at me before turning around and walking in the house. I got you a surprise for your birthday, Emily says, smiling. I don't want anything from you, Emily. Actually, Emily says, a bit too excited. The gift is for both of you, actually. For both of us, hey? She nods. Well, whatever it is, I'm sure we will love it. I messed up her hair and walked away to the pack house. As I went up the stairs, I was met by Crystal. I heard what happened with your mate, she said. And? I asked. Do you think whoever is threatening to take her away will succeed? I mean, she could be at school or out with her friends. You can't always watch her. I let out a loud growl and grabbed her by the neck, choking the life out of her. No, they won't succeed because I'm going to kill him or anyone else who tries to take her away. I threw her against the wall and walked up to my room, not even sparing a glance back at her. I took a shower, allowing the hot water to calm my nerves, not that it worked very well. The only thing that would calm me is having Hope here. I'd bend her over my bed and be with her over and over again. I finished getting ready and walked down to the foyer. Mom and Dad were there with my brothers and their mates. "Where's Hope?" one of the twins asks. "She'll be here soon," I said. "I'd like to congratulate you both on finding your mates," I said to my brothers and the twins. I felt a little hostile towards them since they were originally from Blue Moon Pack. My brothers thanked me and so did their mates. Everyone started entering the ballroom. I went in my office and waited for my baby. 10 minutes later I was hit by her scent. I walked out of my office, into the foyer again and stopped in my tracks. Zane. I couldn't get my eyes off my girl. She was talking to Kyle and his mate. She looked so cute in a tight emerald green dress, the color of her eyes. Her golden skin was glowing, making her stand out in a crowd. She is by far the most beautiful, elegant woman here. The dress was long with a slit up the side all the way up to her mid-thigh. The dress looked even better on her now than when she tried it on at the mall. It hugged her tall, slender frame in all the right places. I could already see myself undressing her and later tonight. She turned around and her eyes met mine. She walked over to me, swaying those hips. My mouth went dry. "It's going to be a long night." "There you are," she said as she wrapped her arms around my shoulders, smiling at me like the little kitten she is. I swallowed, gathering my thoughts. "You look amazing," I said, trying to calm my raging erection. "Thank you," she blushed, making me smile at her. "I have something for you." I took her hand and started leading her up the stairs to my room. "What is it?" she asked curiously as she made her way up. "It's a surprise. Come on." I walked her into my room and closed the door. "Wait here," I told her as I walked away into my closet. When she was at school today, I called the jeweler and told her I was coming in for a diamond set for my mate. The jewelry store was owned by a very prestigious family of werewolves. I went to the jewelry store and bought her a diamond necklace with matching earrings and bracelet. I wanted her to wear them to the party tonight. I was very picky when choosing. I wanted the best for my baby. I grabbed the bag and came back out. She was sitting on my couch with her legs crossed. I sat down next to her and handed her the bag. She took it and bit down on her bottom lip. "It's your birthday tomorrow, not mine. You didn't have to get me anything," she says. "I don't need an occasion to get the girl I love a gift." She looked at me, blushing. I lifted her up and put her on my lap. "Open it," I said, leaning into her. She pulled the black jewelry box out of the bag and opened it slowly. I heard her gasp ever so softly. "Wow, Zane!" She traced her finger over the necklace, admiring it carefully. "Do you like it?" "I love it, but you really didn't have to. You shouldn't have, it's too much." "Hope, no, I didn't have to, I wanted to. I want to pamper you and worship you." She looked at me, then back down at her gift. "Thank you, it's gorgeous." "Yes, gorgeous," I said softly, still looking at her. She turned around, still seated on my lap with her back to me. She moved her hair to the side. "Can you take off my necklace, please?" I took off her necklace while bringing my mouth to her shoulder, kissing her softly. Then I moved to her neck, inhaling her scent as I placed a soft kiss where my mark will soon be. I felt her shudder on my lap. She lifted her arms up a little and took off the earrings, then got off my lap and stood up in front of my mirror watching me as I helped her put on her new jewelry. "How do I look?" she asked me. I was still standing behind her, so I turned her around and took a step back, admiring her. "You look beautiful, you always do." She bit down on her lip again. "Can I leave these here?" She put the jewelry that she took off on my nightstand. "Of course you're sleeping in here anyway," I told her. "She doesn't have a choice. Now let's go downstairs to the party. Your scent and that dress are driving me crazy. I won't be able to stop myself this time." I held her and as we walked into the ballroom every head turned our way and for a few seconds the room fell quiet. I put my arm around her waist and brought her a little closer to me. "Good evening," I said to some pack members as we passed by them to get to our table where both our families were sitting. My mother squealed as she came over and hugged Hope. I kept her hand in mine. "Hope, you look beautiful." "Thank you, Luna, my baby is so sweet." Then it was Emily's turn, then all her friends came over. "Hope." The ballroom was decorated so beautifully. I wasn't surprised. Just like the last party, every family was assigned a table. But there was a live band this time and the decor was totally different, very elegant still, but the theme was autumn. The tables were placed to the sides of the room and the middle was left empty for dancing. Derek and his mate walked over to, and so did all my other friends. Except Jason, who was nowhere to be seen. I purposely looked around for him but he wasn't here. "Hey guys, want to ditch for a party?" Eric says. "Hell no, I'm not getting in trouble again," Amy grunts, making me giggle. That was one heck of a night. Just before we all took our seats, Emily told me she had something to tell me later. I walked over to Mom and Dad and kissed them both. "Honey, you look gorgeous," Mom gushed. I felt Zane's arm around my waist. Someone was being a little too possessive tonight. The twins and their mates looked stunning. Their best asset was the mark each of them was wearing. The alpha stood up and gave a speech welcoming his son's mates to our pack. Everyone cheered and clapped. As soon as he was done, dinner was served. Everyone settled down for dinner with conversations flowing freely as we ate. After dinner all kinds of desserts were served, but I was too full to indulge myself. "Have some cheesecake," Zane offers. I'm too full. I give him a sad face. He chuckles at me. "Don't worry baby, I'll have some brought up to the room later. We're all going to a party later, so just save me some," I teased him. A mischievous spark glinted in his eyes but he didn't say anything. The band starts playing soft music. Matt takes Mandy's hand and leads her to the dance floor. Kyle and Carrie follow and soon a few other couples are dancing. Zane stands up. "May I have this dance?" he asked me like a complete gentleman. "I'd be honored," I said, smiling at him. He took my hand as we walked to the dance floor. He put his hands around my waist and I wrapped mine around his neck. "Did I tell you how cute you look in that dress?" he murmured, looking down at me. No. "You said gorgeous though," I teased him again. "Well, I'm telling you now, you look so cute. I've had an erection all night and you're going to take care of that later." My jaw dropped at his shamelessness. "I'm not staying with you tonight, so you might have to take care of it alone." I smiled at him. "Yes you are, and I think you've done enough teasing for tonight. I'm going to have to do something about that mouth of yours later." I shook my head at him as I glanced at our parents who were looking at us in awe. We continued to dance until Dad came over and asked to cut in. Zayn sat down and watched us. It was getting close to midnight and it would officially be Zayn's birthday. Some people were starting to leave, and so when the song ended I kissed Dad and walked over to my mate. "Happy birthday Zayn," I said. "It's midnight so it's officially your birthday," I explained. "Thank you baby," he said as I kissed him, but we kept it short in front of everyone. Emily came over and took me aside. "Zayn's birthday gift from me is 2 tickets for you both to Bora Bora. I wanted to let you know so you're ready there for next weekend." I was excited. He's going to love that. I just hope he doesn't say it's not safe to go on a trip with what's going on right now. She didn't want to tell Zayn till tomorrow so I could give him my gift first. "Ready to leave?" I asked him. "I'd like to give you your gift now." He looked at me adoringly. "Let's go then." We said good night. Mom and Dad had already left, and went up to Zayn's room. He locked the door and turned to me. "Where's my gift?" he says, coming closer to me. I take one strap of my dress down, then the other, and slip my dress off, leaving me in the lingerie set. I put one hand on my hip. "Here it is," I say, looking him right in the eyes. "Hope." Zayn stood shocked for a few seconds. His eyes turned a few shades darker. At the same time we each took a step forward. He growled before wrapping one hand around my waist and the other around my neck and pulled me into a kiss. Our kisses were slow and soft and passionate, coming together and drifting apart, making me want him even more. He murmured, "You don't know how bad I want you," he said as he cupped my face and looked into my eyes. I started undressing him, unbuttoning his shirt one button at a time until his rock-hard chest was on full display and I couldn't be more turned on. My hands ran from his shoulders to his chest and down to his abs. I started to undo his belt next. He got impatient and took everything else off. I grabbed his erection and started pumping him. "Baby," he growled, "what's gotten into you?" I pulled away slightly. "I want you." I was so ready for him. He picked me up and I wrapped my legs around his waist. "I love you," I told him as he laid me down on his bed. He looked me up and down, his eyes blazing with desire and love. "You look fantastic." His voice came out huskier than ever. He climbed on top of me, holding himself up on his elbow, and his other hand roamed all over my body. "You look so delicious in these. I don't want to take them off." His voice is uncontrolled. He brings his mouth down to mine. I wrap my arms around his shoulders and run my fingers through his hair. He moved my panties to the side and I cried out in pleasure as his fingers entered me. He started pumping his fingers in and out of me slowly at first, then roughly, driving me crazy, making me claw at his back. He whispered all the dirty things he wants to do to me in my ear as he nipped at my earlobe, then sucked on my neck. He moves his head down. "Zayn, I'm going to." I can't form a sentence. My brain has gone all mushy in my euphoric state. He smirks at me and pulls his fingers out. He sits up between my legs and let his eyes roam all over my body again. I found myself squirming under his lust-filled eyes. My body was on fire and I wanted to feel him inside me. "You're so perfect." His warm gaze turned dark as he spreads my legs further apart and roughly moves my thong to the side, giving him full access to what he wants. "And all mine," he growls out, making me shiver with anticipation of what's to come. Another cry escapes my mouth as his tongue moves up and down my core. I lift my body off the bed wanting more, but he puts his large hand on my stomach and holds me down, showing his dominance. He continues saying dirty things, then licks me and sucks at my core. Within seconds I grip his shoulders and claw into him again, then at his sheets as I throw my head back into his pillow, he continues lapping his tongue around me. Tell me who it is you want to be with you. He growls against me. Moaning and whimpering sounds escape my lips. Answer my question, he demands, his hoarse voice a little louder and demanding. You, I cry out. That's right baby, you'll only be ever mine. He hooks his long fingers around my lacy panties and slides them down my legs as I begin to regain consciousness. He brings his mouth to my neck and places soft kisses all over. He takes out a small packet. I don't want to use these with you, I want to fill you, but I think it's best for now. You're so wet. It's going to hurt at first, tell me if you want me to stop and I will, he says so lovingly before his lips meet mine. He kisses me slowly. I felt like all the air had escaped my lungs and time had stopped as I lost my virginity to my mate. Zayn. I knew she would be heavenly, I just didn't know heaven could feel this good. I stopped moving to let her body adjust to my big size. She is going to have to put up with some pain for me to fit in her. You okay baby? I was struggling not to be with her mercilessly. I feel her relax. Werewolves don't feel pain the way humans do. I look at her beautiful face, she is glowing. Her naturally sun-kissed body feels like heaven under me. She brings out the animal in me. I could feel our mate bond strengthen and I knew she could feel it too. So tight, is this okay baby? I'm trying to be as gentle as I can, it's just hard. She looked at me with those beautiful eyes. I can feel how hard you're trying, so it's okay, don't be gentle. She surprised me and I froze for a second. This girl will be the death of me, I thought to myself. I grunted out and grit my teeth as I reached my own heighten. I had to shut my eyes as I rolled out all the months of deprivation into her. When I finally opened my eyes, I pulled her into my arms. She looked up at me. Happy birthday, she said, smiling. I could tell I had worn her out. She fell asleep almost instantly and I looked down at the satisfied woman in my arms. She is everything to me. Whoever is trying to take her away from me is a dead man. Hope. I woke up wrapped in Zayn's powerful arms. Memories of last night flooded back. Nobody ever prepared me for what it would be like not just to lose my virginity but about all the different feelings and enchantments that come with mating. I almost broke down at the overwhelming explosion of feelings his and mine combined. I could feel his every emotion, how much he loved me and how devoted he is to me. I could feel his dominance and possessiveness as he took my innocence, claiming me as his own. I felt how hard it has been for him trying to hold himself back and control his desires, but last night he finally let go. I thought for sure he would mark me last night, but he didn't. The anticipation of having him inside me again is already sending shivers down my body. I want to feel connected to him even more than I do now. I want us to mark each other so all these feelings and emotions are intensified. I have surely found my new addiction. I tried to get up slowly but Zayn pulled me into him. So I grabbed my phone from the nightstand. It was already noon. I have to get him up soon. I've made plans for today. Ever since I've started spending the night with him, I have been keeping some of my extra clothes here, but nothing fancy, just some underwear and casual clothes. I want to shower, so I tried to get up again, but he tightened his grip on me. Sleep, he ordered. He's bossy even when he's asleep. I snuggled into his chest and wrapped my arms around him. He's mine. My brooding mate. I almost jumped out of bed when I heard someone knocking at the door. Zane, someone's at the door, I whispered while shaking him awake. I jumped out of bed and wrapped one of the sheets around me. Why do I feel like we've been caught together? Baby, relax, whoever it is will go away, come back to bed, he says, lifting himself up on his elbows, watching me. The knocking gets louder. Wake up, you two, Emily practically screams. I hear Zane open the door. It's too early, Emily, he says. Happy birthday, she yells out, and it's past noon. I walk out of the closet. Good morning, I say, feeling shy for some reason. It's not the first time I spend the night with him. This is something very natural for our kind. Good morning, she yelps. I'm sorry for waking you up, but I made you guys breakfast in bed for Zane's birthday. Zane takes the tray and places it on the table near his fireplace. She sounds way too excited this morning, and the way Zane is looking at me isn't helping my awkward shyness. I walk over to them and Zane puts his arm around my waist and kisses my forehead. Emily has a whole tray of food with her: bagels and cream cheese, waffles, buttered toast, bacon and eggs, cheese of all sorts, a bowl of wild berries and some freshly squeezed orange juice. Thank you, Zane hugs her. It looks great. I can't believe you made all this, I say, surprised. Well, I had one of the cooks make it, but still, we both laugh at her cuteness. That's not all. She hands him an envelope. It's weekend getaway for the both of you to Bora Bora, she exclaims. Zane laughs at how excited she is. Thank you, Emily, he says, looking down at the brochure and tickets. You always get me the best gifts, so I wanted to do the same for you. She reaches up and hugs him before walking out. That was so sweet, I say as he locks the door shut. Sweet, he says, gripping my waist. I yelp out and giggle as I wrap my arms around his neck. Happy birthday, I said. Definitely the best birthday I've ever had, he says, smiling. I love his smile. I still have dinner planned for us at your favorite restaurant and a surprise at my house. I love your surprises, he says, smirking. Not that kind of surprise, but I'll think about it if that's what you want. That's what I want, he growls and lifts me up. I wrap my legs around him. We stayed in Zane's room for most of the day, giving him what he wants after breakfast, in bed, in the shower, and again on the floor in his closet while I was trying to get dressed. It's past 3 o'clock when we finally got dressed and made it out of his room hand in hand. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about, I tell him as we are walking down the stairs. What is it? He looks at me. I want to change the bed in your room. He doesn't say anything, just looks at me. Isn't it comfortable? It is, but I don't want to sleep where other women have slept. He smiles and cups my face. Baby, I have never had women in my room or on my bed. I used to entertain them in one of the guest rooms on the first floor, and I never slept all night with any of them. I can't help but smile at him. Well, look who decided to leave the bedroom, Matt says from behind us with a big smile on his face. Good morning, Hope. You're glowing this morning, he teases me, and Zane smacks him across the head playfully. I can't help but laugh at their exchange. I'm going home. I'll see you later, okay? Our dinner reservations are at 7. I'll be at your house at 6, he says as he kisses me real quick before I walk out the door. Zane. I watch her walk away to her house, then go to my office. I mind link Alex to come see me right away. I'm already working on a plan to raid the Blue Moon pack. I could easily send for him to come here and tear his eyes out here, but that would be a low blow. I'm going to go there and make him regret the day he ever decided to betray us. And then I'm going to enjoy killing his son. Both Alex and my dad walk Happy birthday son, Dad says. Thank you. Every time someone wishes me a happy birthday, image of my baby's body flash in my head. Alex gives me the file I wanted on Alpha Edward and his family. Edward called me a few minutes ago. He said has some important matters to discuss with me. My father says Hunter howls hearing that bastard's name. He wants to sink his teeth into his flesh as bad as I do. Did he say what he wanted to discuss? I ask. He mentioned a rogue problem and relocating his pack. This is probably a distraction for them to attack our land. What is that sick thinking? I ask mostly myself. The crazy thing is Edward's only son is already mated, Alex says, and continues. What if the rogue used Edward's name to divert our attention away from the real person behind all this? This just took a new turn. I'm going to go down to the dungeon, I say, getting up from my seat. Just then Brian walks in. I came to wish you a happy birthday, Zane. I wish you all the best. You're going to make one hell of an alpha very soon. Thank you, Brain. You go enjoy your dinner date, Brian, and I will take care of getting information from the rogue. My father said. I want to know why the rogue said the Blue Moon Pack and why he said he wants her for his son, I say to Brian. I also want you to go there and find out everyone who's been entering in and out of the Blue Moon Pack. Keep tabs on Alpha Edward and his beta and all their movements, where they go, who visits them and who they visit. I also want to know who is in charge of all the student issues at the school. I say to Alex. Okay, consider it done, Alex says and exits the room. I have to end this soon. Join our Facebook and WhatsApp group for more updates, link is given in description. Rest audiobook will be continued in next episode.